And we continue with our special Culture Express series celebrating the 60th anniversary of the People's Republic of China. In unison with the rest of the country of the past 6 decades, Chinese dancers have whirled and soared along a stylish path. And next, we take a retrospective look at 60 years of dance in China and catch a glimpse of the beautiful silhouette that Chinese dancers have left in the minds of their audiences. Upon the founding of the People's Republic of China, Younger dance and waist drum were the popular dance forms among Chinese people. These dance forms were created in the revolutionary zones, and people used them to express their great joy for the army's victory and toward a new life. Dance heralders like Dai Ailian, Wu Xiaobang and Jia Zuoguang went into towns, villages and ethnic areas to collect dance traditions and find inspiration to create stage pieces. Signature works of that era include Dai Ailian's piece Lotus Flower, Jia Zuoguang's work Erdos, based on the lives of people in Inner Mongolia, and Re Ba dance in the grassland, inspired by life and customs of Tibetan people. Other signature works are Harvest, which portrays women living in south of Yangtze River to harvest rice crops. Moonlight of Spring River, inspired by ancient poems, with postures borrowed from traditional operas. The dance drama The Dagger Society, which was the first revolutionary-themed dance drama since the founding of New China. And The East is Red, the large-scale song and dance show retracing the revolutionary path of the Communist Party that was created to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the founding of New China.
The first 17 years, especially the first 10 years, was a prosperous era for Chinese dance to develop. Folk dances were transported onto the stage in various dance works.
In the mid-1950s, Beijing Dance School was set up. It was the predecessor of the Beijing Dance Academy. Soon after its inauguration, the school premiered the Western ballet classic Swan Lake and the Chinese ballet Fish Beauty. It was New China's first school to give formal dance education and has had tremendous influence in China's dance scene for over 50 years.
Beijing Dance Academy was founded in 1954. It's worthy of the title, the hotbed for excellent Chinese dancers. The inscription can be seen when you enter the school. The first batch of the dance teachers were taught here. Then they nurtured generations of dancers.
The National Ballet Troupe was set up in 1959. Young performers were tutored by Russian experts that were invited to join the troupe. After learning the orthodox ballet skills and initially performing Western classics, the troupe created their own piece, The Red Detachment of Women, which turned out to be a timeless classic of Chinese ballet. It was also one of the 8 model plays during the Cultural Revolution, along with White-Haired Girl.
Red and White, as 2 of the 8 model plays, dominated an era. They influenced several generations regarding their understanding and ideas of dance and ballet.
Along the Silk Road, debuted in 1979. The dance drama was inspired by the murals of the Dunhuang Grotto and was the first major dance work after the country carried out its reform and opening up policy. Shima was another representative work in the category of dance dramas. Pieces like Yellow Earth and Gallop, which displayed the spirited young riders and their horses, are fine examples both in vivid body language and compact arrangement. These works, choreographed during the 1980s or early 1990s, displayed a spark of youthful vigor as the country underwent a rejuvenation after the Cultural Revolution.
The past 3 decades after the carrying out of reform and opening up policy has brought in dancers with diversified expression.
In 1980, at the first national dance competition, a piece called Hope stunned both the critics and the audience. The dancer used twisted, violent body movements to express his inner struggle in search of a meaning of his life. Since then, modern dance, a form used to express modern people's feelings, became favored by Chinese dancers. Now, China has modern dance festivals in Beijing and Guangzhou. For the past 3 decades, various dance competitions in China have been a catalyst for the production of excellent dances and well-choreographed pieces. Major competitions include the Peach and Plum Award, which recognizes excellence in dance schools, and the Lotus Award, with winners chosen from professional dance troupes. In recent years, there has also been a widely televised CCTV dance competition held every 3 years. Works that have earned fame from some contests include Stepping Sound, which imitated the dance of the Han Dynasty, Tang Emperor's Concubine, and poet Li Bai. Over the past decade, with Chinese performing arts in full blossom, many excellent dance dramas have been born and become China's key works for the stage. Those include Dunhuang, My Dreamland, Terracotta Warriors, and a handful of Wild Jujubes. These dance dramas stood out both for the dancing itself as well as for their stage design and overall visual effect. Chinese dance walked outside, starting from ballet. The Red Detachment of Women, which has been staged 2,500 times in China over 45 years, is a frequently invited piece to be performed in renowned theaters in foreign countries. The Red Detachment of Women and the 2001 ballet piece Raise the Red Lantern are both in the repertoire of the National Ballet Troupe. Raise the Red Lantern has been dubbed a new classic. With film director Zhang Yimou at the helm, it dazzles foreign audiences both with ballerinas wearing cheongsam and with the show's visual extravaganza.
Upon the establishment of the National Ballet Troupe, the late Premier Zhou Enlai and other leaders of the country were thinking that China could communicate with Western countries using the Western art form. Today we have realized a goal. We have reached the point that without words, we can communicate with the foreign audiences using their familiar art form, ballet. Our troupe performed the red detachments of women and raised the red lantern in Italy. An Italian critic said, if the red detachments of women was a propaganda tool in the past, now we think it's a cultural treasure of China. While Raise the Red Lantern represents modern China. His comments mean that we have realized the goal of the establishment of the troupe to realize China's soft power.
Now, the National Ballet Troupe has over 100 pieces in their repertoire. Aside from the National Ballet Troupe, other troupes like Liaoning Ballet Troupe has also boasted a renowned piece, Moon Reflected in Erchuan, about the fate of a blind erhu player. This piece is also popular among Chinese ballet fans. Chinese artists are not only using ballet to tell Chinese stories, but to revive the genre with more verve, such as incorporating folk dance or jazz into it, which can be seen in Shanghai Ballet Troupe's latest piece, In the Mood for Love. Since 2003, the Chinese capital Beijing launched its first international dance festival. Over the years, dance troupes from around the world have performed in Beijing. World-renowned dance troupes not only provide something to learn for Chinese dancers, but nurtured more audience members' taste for dance. But Chinese choreographers know the works grown from their own roots can radiate more influence and convey more of the regional culture. Yang Liping's worldwide success, Dynamic Yunnan, is such an example. The stage sensation presents a panorama of the life of Yunnan people. The show is an all-round spectacular, not only in Yang's signature peacock dance moves, but in the light, sound, and costumes, and the region's rich legends. Like Yang Liping's peacock dance implies, Chinese dance has risen up from its fledgling beginnings and into an era where its feathers are spread forward.